Hello and welcome to History's a Blast. We're in the middle of a 2-week camping trip up through Pennsylvania's North Woods to the New York Finger Lakes region, where we've been camping near Ithaca, New York for about the last week. And on the way up, we stopped for a couple of nights near Coudersport, Pennsylvania, and just to the east of that little town in Tioga County is Pennsylvania's Grand Canyon, where we were able to dodge some rain showers to share views from both rims of the Pennsylvania's Grand Canyon. There's not as much water as the Colorado River, but there's a few more trees and of course there's more rain. I hope you enjoy the views as much as we did. Snyder's Family Campground on U.S. Highway 6 in the village of Gaines, Pennsylvania, was our halfway point going to and coming from our destination in New York's Lake District in mid-July 2021. Having checked the campground map beforehand, we decided that by driving past the front entrance and coming in the back way off of Waltrouse Road, we would avoid having to backtrack to our site after checking in at the office. Now, it seemed to us that most of the sites with utilities are either permanent or seasonal, but we were able to book a nearly level gravel site with full hookups between 2 rental cabins in a quiet wooded part of the campground close to the bathhouse. The owners live on site and actively look after the place. The grounds are well maintained. The facilities are dated, but clean and functional. Not a KOA by any stretch, but it's a good base camp for exploring the area. Now, there's a well-maintained hiking and biking trail that traverses Pennsylvania's Grand Canyon on an abandoned railroad grade following Pine Creek, which is a tributary of the West Branch of the Susquehanna River. And there are numerous trails down into the canyon. Now, for the less adventurous, it can be viewed from 2 state parks, Colton Point on the west rim and Leonard Harrison on the east. Both of these parks are a relatively short drive from Gaines on good roads, although the Colton Road is pretty narrow and winding. Coming from the west, we'll start at Colton Point Overlook. Our landmark for the turnoff of US 6 is the Burnin' Barrel Bar. You can't miss it. Colton Point is really an adjunct of Harrison Leonard State Park. Its campground is small, does not have water or electricity. The toilets are non-flush privy vaults, by the way, and sites are labeled either tent only or tents recommended on the map of the campground. After about a 15-minute drive, we arrive at the small parking area for the overlook. Pennsylvania Grand Canyon. Colton Point State Park overlook here. This is on the west rim. We're going to check out the signs first, then we'll go out and take a look at the Grand Canyon. Here's a sign for the Civilian Conservation Corps. Many young men came to the camps hungry and poorly clothed, and many gained up to 40 pounds. There's Roosevelt's proposal. Now that's federal stimulus right there. That's the way to do it. Now we have a little storyboard over here explaining the formation in the Ice Age. The green woods and crystal waters to rough it, we go to smooth it. We get it rough enough at home. That was in the 1800s when life was a little tougher. Not as many conveniences as there are now. State park map available at the campground. And now we've got the formation of the forests and the erosion and so on. Here's a map of the northern tier counties in the forest region of Pennsylvania. Now let's go over and take a look at the view of the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania. See the fog coming up out of the gorge over out there? To get from here to the East Rim, it's necessary to return to US 6 for a short jog east, crossing Pine Creek to PA Route 362, the Pine Creek Road. After a few miles, there's a right turn at the Grand Canyon Regional Airport onto Route 660, which takes us to Leonard Harrison State Park Visitor Center and overlooks. The drive up from US 6 is a bit longer, but not bad, and the scenery is pretty nice too. The campground here is not much bigger than at Colden Point, but at least it's RV friendly, sort of. There are 26 sites, only 7 of which have electricity. As is typical of Pennsylvania state park campgrounds, you'll need your onboard water system here. Oh, and I'll bet one of those 7 electric sites is for the camp host too. But we're here for the view, so let's get started. Well, we're at the state park on the east rim of the Grand Canyon. And here's a historical marker to that fella from Wellsboro who had that quote on the storyboard up at the overlook on the other side. Nessmuck. Entrance to the views. It's a visitor center. It's got all the wildlife you expect to see. Oh, look at the hawk, the goshawk. Wow. I just love these state park visitor centers where everything is out for unsupervised children and unsupervised adults to touch. And of course, they've got plexiglass along here so the bobcat. Look at the size of this puppy. Timberdoodle, the woodcock. Look at the great horned owl. Wow. The common flicker. There's a gray squirrel. Woodchuck. Not the smartest animal in the world. The turkey. The state bird, the ruffed grouse. Well, I had one of those things fly out of a thicket when I was walking down the trail on the first day of small game season when you could take game fowl, and he or she, didn't get close enough to see it. Boy, he scared the heck out of me. There's a vulture. Screech owl. Gray squirrel, another screech owl. Look at the size of this possum. Little shawwet owl, that's a pretty little bird. How the leaves change color. Nuisance bird. Bringing the otter back. Nice little visitor center. Well, here's this same CCC sign from the other side of the gorge. Look at all the CCC camps that were in Pennsylvania. They were planting the state forests and in some cases building the state parks. All right, let's walk down to the rim. Well, you can hear the river. There's Pine Creek. Oh, there's a vulture soaring. Well, this view area is a lot more obstructed by trees and so on, but you can see down to Pine Creek. More stairs. It's a nice map of the gorge to show you where you are, orient you to other viewpoints. Like there's Colton View, which is where we were earlier, on the other rim. There, in that draw. I think right about in there somewhere. An obstructed view here. There we go.
We didn't even know we were coming by
I think I got him in camera. I can't really tell. You can never tell, but this thing's wide enough that all right, back up the steps. Oh boy. Whew. Not this time. Back to the parking lot. That's it for this time. I hope you enjoyed this video and will take time to view some of our other ones. Thanks for watching. Please click the thumbs up icon to like the video and share with your friends via email or social media. I'd love to have you subscribe, and if you do, please click the little bell icon so you'll get notifications whenever I post a new video. Goodbye.